Good morning, everyone. How was the weekend? Went pretty quick. It went pretty quick. Okay, let's see what we're working here. Hey, Dave, Cisco, how you guys doing? Good morning, Louie. How are you? Okay, so let's see. Before I forget, overnight inventory is 100% short. Boy, yeah, I can't draw. New mouse pad, I'll blame it on that. So what that means is all of the trading is underneath Friday's close. Now, generally what happens when a market up closes at night on, say, a Friday night, it closes high. Sunday generally will backfill. That's what this is. It's a backfill. It allows the people who got caught short to come in and start covering under the cover at night. The thing is, the the buying competition that pushes price up on a Friday after into the close, that doesn't exist Sunday night at 6 p.m. So the market does get that gap down. And you also had the shorts were lucky because they had, you know, the headlines from, of course, the war headlines, which help, push price down and allow them to cover. So basically, we're inside yesterday's or Friday's range, and we're just a little bit underneath its cost basis. We're in the actual cost basis of Thursday, so which is right here. So Friday we had some good distribution. It's on sale. Let's see if we get this now as we generally do when inventory is short. You can already see that it's found a bid just here, 75.66 area. Let's see if that holds when London opens. We've got sellers at 75.86. And then, of course, 75.88 is that level from my half-hour candle chart. So you go take a look at that. We can see it was a nice look above and fail of 75.88 all the way down to 75.66. And yeah, that low we were only a tick off 66 quarter. So let's see what we do going forward here. Hey, John, Raj, how are you guys doing? So there's the close from Friday. It's a gap down, obviously, but it's a gap that's still inside previous day's range. So if I went and drew a volume profile, say I went and drew a volume profile here, you'd see that we're just right back into where the cost basis was before the move higher, and we came right back down to it. I said, what time did I say it at? About an hour ago, I was saying, look for bids. Where was it? Look for bids at 75.70, and we went to 66. So yeah, what I was looking for was this area here, the 75.70 area, and that's exactly where we came down, tested it, and on the second try, it's 74 bid. Let's see if that holds as we go forward. Got a bit of weekend brain going, so I am using my old balance levels from Friday. Let's see, we actually came right back. Like we were in, if you look at Friday, I used these balance levels. We went into 8 times cost basis. I could have done one here. We could probably do another one here and tighten it up a little bit, but it works pretty nicely. So let's see. Hey, Moran. Yeah, they do work. Especially if it's an inside day. The balance zone should work on an inside day. Now, let's go into the reason why that would be. That's because the cost basis is still the same, right? You know, if you're inside the previous day's cost basis range of pricing, your levels should still work. Okay. So as we come to 75.88, there should be some resistance. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark off where the sellers are. And this way we can be prepared. We know that there were sellers up here. Just see? Now let's see if we get a move down when London opens. There is. You're right, Raj. You're right. There are single prints. We filled one set. There's a tiny set of singles here. So say I was shorting 83, 84, right? Where would I put my stop? My stop would be 84 and a half, right? Because here's the deal. If I'm short 83 and a quarter, 83 and a half, I want my stop to be here. So I was just able to short just one micro. And I'll go put a bid down. Let's try an 81 bid and see if I can actually get a fill there. And if I can't, I'll just cover it. Let's move that up to 81 and a half. Filled at 81 and a half on just one. First trade of the week. Yeah, so there are a tiny set of single prints right here. Can just barely make them out. Okay. A bit quiet and choppy now. I don't think there's any big economic news today. The lazy days of summer, huh? Anybody have any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? I did some levels for NDX. If anybody is trading that. And what else is going on? I've got IWM levels now if anybody cares, if anybody wants them. Um, SPY, I've cleaned up this chart book and put it all together. Okie dokie. Couple of minutes to London opens. So we got sellers at 84. We're going to find the bid. Maybe the bid will be down here, you know? The reason why I kept this balance levels, I saw a really nice look below and fail here. I was making coffee, but I I didn't take the trade. Hmm. What else, folks? Anything else interesting going on out there? No big news today. All right, there goes London. There's going to be some inventory. So if you were to take that short again, right, a little bit of an impulse buy there at 84, or like, so if you're short, your danger zone is 84 and a half, and your out would be here for larger accounts. If you wanted to use just pure structure, and you're going to be looking for bids just under 82. And the only reason why I'm saying short is because I immediately saw that seller step in there and there. And when you see sellers step in, that's what you're looking for when you're a short seller, right? So I shorted 83 and a couple, and I tried to get them back at 82, and I couldn't get a fill. So when your bids don't get filled and you're short a few contracts, go buy a couple back because the thing is, if you are short and you can't buy your contracts back, don't wait too long. You see how there's a bid right there at that 82? You folks see that? It's right here. It's the same thing as here. So the bid moved from here to here to here. So the bottom of these candles, you got to use these, right? You use them when you're short to go put your buy orders in. Now, if you've got a larger account, you can wait it out, right? If you have a larger account, you've got more money to put to each business transaction, depending on your level of certainty. Because inventory is 100% short, when I'm taking short trades, I'm in and out quick. Do you guys understand the context? Because inventory is short, if I am shorting and everybody else is trying to cover, then I got to get in and get out quick, right? You know, if everyone's trying to cover and I'm shorting, I'm trading against the flow of business. Very important stuff that a lot of people kind of overlook. It's easy to overlook. It's really easy to overlook that, right? Now for a long here, yeah, I don't know. I don't like going long in the middle of a zone. I would have preferred if that short had come down to 79 and a half and done one of these just like this or like this. That would have been nice, right? Yeah. Let's see if we fill those single prints up at 87. We're close. There's that seller to the tick, right? Remember we marked off where the seller would be? It was right here and here. See? So we're poking our head above that level now. Filled the singles. There you go, Raj. Singles are filled. So not being able to buy 81 on that short, that was the market trying to tell me, hey, JJ, right? Go cover. Now, I wasn't really on the ball enough to flip and go long. I want to see what the reaction is at 88 and a half. If we get accepted above 88 and a half, 89, the next set of sellers are going to be up here. Just there and then 92. Right? So see how we came to 88 and a half? Just a tick. Check it out. This half-hour chart, these levels are working nicely. I suggest you guys use them. See? One tick away. Not bad. Now, if you are short here, right? Say you wanted to short 60, 87, 88, just go put your stop here. Because if you lose that seller, we'll be up to 93. Everybody understand that? You see the structure? It's okay. It's Monday after, summer weekends are, we're still kind of waking up. Still kind of waking up. It could be, yeah. If we buy everything under 88, then 88 could be support. But for now, there's a seller, and that's okay. Bit of a boring session today. Oh, here, yeah. Now, if the candles start getting really small, my weekend, my weekend was it went really quick, Moran. Ended up watching the soccer thing with the kids in the building. They're all very happy that England won. Yeah, everyone's just they're all in soccer mode here. It's tough getting people to do anything. Nobody wants to work. We had a networking event in my building. I think it was like last Thursday, and like just two people showed up. It was hilarious. I think everyone was like hungover. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it's like when you have good surf in Hawaii, nobody works. Can't blame them, right? One thing I've learned is you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, we're tickling this 88 and a half. Oof, slow going. It's huge here, isn't it? The soccer thing. Oh, excuse me, football. There's a print at 88 and a half. Now, can we get accepted over it? There you go. Looking for your next seller just here at 90. Now, do we stick the 88s? I would prefer to wait until we cleared 90 to go long. A true inventory correction will take us up to the overnight high and in fact take us all the way up to that 5 p.m. close on Friday. Oh, thanks, Raj. See, nobody told me till 40 minutes in. I forgot to set the VWAP. Oh, not there. There. Oh, there's VWAP right at 90. Now, here's the thing. If enough people are short here, right? If we have enough people short underneath VWAP, which we've been for hours, right? We'll go and take this and sell it up here. So watch this. This will be interesting. If we can stay above 89, which is tough right here, because we've come all the way from 79 quite quickly. If we can get accepted over VWAP, we'll be probably looking to sell the 94s. See how there's order flow right where that white line is? These things are handy. They'll really help you guys if you know how to use them. You know, this is where the bid is that we moved off of. And back under 89. See, now here's the thing. Once we've had that move up, what you want to look, and I know it's really boring, but check this out. Look at the bottom of these candles. Look at that. That's where your bid is. See? This is distribution. There is a seller at 90. Did I get the VWAP wrong, Raj? I thought I got it right at this candle. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, good. Cool. Just checking. I'm still on 1 cup of coffee. Thanks, Moran. See, there's that move over with VWAP. Now let's see. Let's see how many people are short. Ah, there they go. See, they're covering. They're covering, right? Actually, Cisco, the volume pox down here at 80. It moved down just a little while ago. It was up at 90. So probably that's where you're going to see some selling on the way up. Oh, no biggie. No biggie. That's one of the cool things about volume profile. It's not really a tradable thing, but it just tells you after the liquidation when the cost basis moves lower, right? And if market profile people would actually just tell you that, right? Well, see, Moran, the market was like the point of control was up at 94, right? So the cost basis was up here. And then after that liquidation, it moved down to 80. So that showed good accumulation. Now we're taking that and we're selling it, right? So it's not really tradable, but it just kind of gives you a bit of an idea about the inventory, right? When you move that inventory down and absorb it all, right? I just wish you would say, like all the stuff is priced here. That's why they call it the point of control, right? Then when that moves down, that means we bought all the cheap crap from the people who can't afford to hold it anymore, and we're going to move it up and try and move that point of control back up, right? But, I shouldn't I don't want to dog the guys who came up with market profile because I respect them, but I think it's our job to take the work that they did in the 80s. I think it's our job to take that work and make it more practical, right? Because guess what? In the 80s, they didn't have smartphones. And oh, by the way, you're looking for bids just here at 86. Speaking of the 80s, 86 was a good year. Um, if you look at the books that they came up with, you know, and then they also said, look, you need 10 years to learn market profile. Well, people in this day and age don't have 10 years to learn how to trade, right? You know, it's it's really hard to get people to sit there and look at charts and things like that and then tell them, oh, it's not a science, it's an art. No, no, you need to tell people where they need to take the trade. Because if you can't do that, you know, people aren't going to stick with you, right? And that's why market profile really isn't that popular because most of the education is insanely overcomplicated. You can't overcomplicate things. People don't have the time, not in this day and age, right? There's that bid. Little look below and fail of that. That's pretty much it for me this morning. You guys have any questions? Nope. Okay. Go enjoy the sun. Don't overtrade. For larger traders, I'd say if it holds this area here, I'd like to buy it cheaper. To build a position, I'd really like to buy it. I'd like to buy it under 79. Maybe we get a rotation back down now. This could be a look above and fail of 89 all the way back down to 79. That'd be cool. Let's see. Let's see what kind of order flow comes in this morning. It's a new week. Let's see what we got. Oh, hey, Jasdeep, this is not a stock. Thanks, folks. Remember, if you want to learn how to trade and you want to do it in a practical way and actually make money, come check us out at tradingsyndicate.org. We would love to have you. And that's where we teach real people how to make real money. Pretty simple. Don't trade this chop. Wait for an edge. If you're short off a VWAP, they'll probably, if we can't break this 85, it's just going to chop around here and drive you guys crazy. So don't overtrade. Go enjoy the sun, and we'll see you for our TH. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.